Good day everyone, mabuhay. So today I will discuss the province of Camiguin and its brief history. So now I will read the paragraph of the brief history of Camiguin. Camiguin Island was named Cagayan de Misamis during the Spanish era way back early 16th to 19th centuries ago. It was during the American occupation, which started early to 20th century after cession of the archipelago and the Treaty of Paris in 1998. That it was renamed Camiguin, our four-year witness to volcanic eruptions. It was renamed Camiguin in our four-year witness to volcanic eruptions and during the mid-19th to 20th century, which also prompted some clan members to migrate, which is to nearby northern Mindanao and provinces and cities. Nga po, gaya po na sinabi ko kanina, yung Camiguin po is way back 16th to 19th century, hindi pa po siya Camiguin ang tawag doon, which is called Cagayan de Misamis. So, 1898, bago pa lang po siya tinawag na Camiguin Province of. Then, more than a decade has passed already. There's still a lot of work to be done. Even with the new technologies, we could not advance our goal without a total goal cooperation among clan members. Tales of disparage, deception hinder the effort to let out the truth of our existence. The island province of Camiguin is a pearl-shaped volcanic island in the northern tip of Mindanao. It is approximately 90 kilometers to the north of the city of Cagayan de Oro. It is bounded to the north by Bohol Sea, to the west by the Makahalar Bay, to the southeast by Ginguog Bay. So, Camiguin Island was composed of 5 barangays, which is the Mambajao, Mahinog, the capital city, Ginsaliban, Sugay, and Catarman. The island plays host 7 volcanoes, including the active Mount Hibok-Hibok. So, as determined by the 2020 census, the population of Camiguin was 92,802. This represents 1.85% of the total population of Northern Mindanao region, 0.39% of the overall population of Mindanao Island groups, or 0.09% of the entire population of the Philippines. Guys, katulad ng sinabi ko, so Camiguin has played 7 volcanic, kasama na po siya yung Mount Hibok-Hibok. And of course, your population is composed of 92,808. So, it was represent 1.85% of the total population of Northern Mindanao. Guys, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, makikita nyo sa picture na yung Camiguin Island nga is binubuo siya ng pearl shape. Kung saan, makikita nyo din po dito kung ilan yung sukat ng Camiguin. You can see guys, so in my PowerPoint, Camiguin is the second smallest island in province in our country. So now let's talk about the gastronomy of Camiguin Province. Island-born fire is not only famous for this natural attraction but also for its gastronomy. Here are the 5 gastronomic delights to try when visiting Camiguin. So like I said guys, yung Camiguin po is hindi lang po siya kilala bilang sa born of fire kasi nga 'di ba, yung Camiguin is napapalibutan siya ng volcanic and of course sa natural attraction niya. But it also, kilala din siya sa pagkakaroon ng iba't ibang delicacy na matatagpuan doon. So first, lanzones. Camiguin is famous for its sweet and succulent lanzones fruit. Lanzones is a tropical fruit that grows abundantly on the island. Visitor can enjoy this delicious fruit when in season, usually from October to December. So yun na nga guys, kung pupunta ka at gusto mong matikman yung lanzones from Camiguin, so you have to come there from October to December para ma-enjoy mo yung fruits of lanzones na gusto mong kainin. Second, pastel. Pastel is a local delicacy in Camiguin that it is must try for visitors. It is a soft bun filled with sweet yema custard at its center. This pastry is a favorite snack among locals and tourists alike. So, yung pastel po, ito yung paborito ng mga tao doon na kainin. Hindi lang po yung mga tao doon, but also yung mga tourists na pumupunta sa kanila. The third one is binaki. Binaki is a traditional snack in Camiguin made from ground corn, sugar, and coconut milk, wrapped in corn husk and then steamed. It has a sweet and creamy flavor, making it this delightful treat for those with a sweet tooth. So, yun na nga guys, like I said, binaki, ito yung pinaka-traditional food nila in Camiguin. Of course, it made from ground corn, sugar, and coconut milk. And then, yung ibabalat po nila is yung balat din ng mais, of course. And then, after nun, i-steam na po nila. Then, after that, doon mo na malalasahan yung sweet and creamy flavor of the binaki. For seafood, being an island, Camiguin offers a wide variety of fresh seafood dishes from grilled fish to seafood stew. Visitor can indulge and the flavors of the sea while enjoying the pictures views of the island. So, kagaya nga lang sabi ko guys, since island yung Camiguin, so island, nag-offer siya ng iba't ibang klase ng seafood na pwede nating kainin doon when we visit Camiguin. The last one is sumansalya. Sumansalya is a sticky rice cake cooked in lay water and wrapped in banana leaf. It is a popular snack in Camiguin. It is often served with a coconut milk or sugar. The unique cooking process gives this delicacy a distinct flavor that you shouldn't miss. So sumansalya guys, since familiar naman po tayo lahat sa suman, so ito po is gawa lang siya sa malagkit na bigas, of course, na giniling syempre, at binalot siya sa dahon ng saging para ito yung magsiserve ng balot niya pag nilaga siya. And then after nun, yung magiging toppings niya kundi yung sugar and then pili lang po sa sugar or sa coconut na kinudkod. This gastronomic delights showcase the rich culinary heritage of the Camiguin and provide a taste of the island's local flavors to visitors. Of course, now let's talk about the tourist destination of the Camiguin Island. So we had the Katibuasan Falls, Arden Hot Spring, Buraso the Water Swimming Pool, Santo Niño Old Spring, White Island in Mantig Island, Sunkin, Cemetery, Taggins, and Lagoon.
Getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, you feel